So, okay, music, go away. Music, go away. Here we go. Back to game 2, guys. It's going to be game 2. Lojza is leading the series 1-0 so far. It's going to be game 2. Civilizations are Mongols for DauT and Britons for Lojza. And I'm very, very, very happy to see that players did not go for the same civilizations. And do keep in mind, this was a hidden pick. And what this means is that the players do not know what civilization the opponent was picking until the game started. So I'm very happy to see a different pick here by both players. Anyway, DauT playing on the top right side of the map with Mongols. He's gonna be facing Lojza here at the left side, south left side of the map with Britons. And I guess we can start by taking a look at the gold, and it doesn't get much better than this, does it? I mean, it's on a hill, that's true. But how well protected is that gold? I don't think I've ever seen such a well protected gold. And it's not like he cannot gather from the gold. He can gather from this side, he can gather from here, he can gather from here. In my opinion, this is just as perfect as it gets for the Drush FC map. So I would be very surprised to see Lojza call the restart here. What about DauT? I'm trying to find his gold first. Well, I don't think I've ever seen this on the but this is the opposite gold in my opinion. It's just so far away from the TC. I guess the good thing it's at the back, and DauT can wall this part of the map fairly easily with a couple of palisades right here, and he will have a secondary gold in case necessary as well. I guess it's not too bad, it's just the distance that feels so amazingly far away from me. Anyway, looks like a little bit of laming is taking place here, and this is DauT doing it. And did you remember what I said first game? That DauT won't lame and otherwise lamed, unless lamed himself. Well, scrap that, he's gonna go for that, and as far as I can see, this is a perfect lure. A perfect laming boar. He's gonna land just under his TC. He took 2 hits as far as I can tell, and that was it. So perfect lure here by DauT. On the other hand, he does have 2 forward boars. That means that Lojza will have the perfect opportunity to try to steal those boars if he does want to do that. And he doesn't seem to notice that he lost a boar so far. As far as I can see, he's still searching for it. Yeah, apparently he's still searching for it. Looks like the sheep, yeah, he's still missing 2 sheep as well. Oh, let me see if I can help him manually to try to find the sheep. No, I can't see where they are. I really can't. Okay, here they are. He's gonna find them. He's gonna find them right now. There it is. But he won't be finding the boar because that boar, guess what, is under DauT's TC. What? Why? Really? He was trying to lure his own boar with a scout? You sure about this? Well, anyway, okay, this is going to be very interesting. DauT does have loom. He's going to be able to lure the first boar, that's for sure. What about Lojza? What is he going to do with this? Is he going to try to take the boar? He's going to see it, that's for sure. He's going to be able to see it. I guess he wants to take the uphill in order to not get too much damage from the boar. There it is. He's going to be trying to do it, but DauT is there. He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. He's going to be there. He's going to be trying to stop him from doing that. Will he be able to stop it? And do keep in mind that if DauT does lose this board, it's not going to be all too horrible for him. He does have a nice couple of deer here at the front. He does have an extra board from Lojza. He's doing everything he can, trying to go left and right, making sure that Lojza will have a hard time. If you want to have my board, sir, at least you will need to fight for it with your life. And he's taking a lot of hits, man, let me tell you. He's taking a lot of hits on that scout. And DauT doing the right thing and manages to stop the boar. And that's going to be Lojza 1 boar behind. Or is the villager going to be there on time? Oh my god, that was so close. At the same time, he does lose his scout in the process. And this does not get much better for him. DauT is having a very, very nice start this time around. Hopefully for him, he won't be housed. Oh, sir, yes, he will. Or I guess you can just click up. There you go. You're going to get housed. Click up, sir. And all your problems are going to be resolved. Anyway, this is it really couldn't go much better than this for DauT. He does have an extra boar. He was able to kill Lojza's scout, and do keep in mind that most of the times a player playing with Mongols does go for the scout rush. And that looks to me like it's going to be DauT's option as well. He manages to evade the TC fire just nicely there. Nice job by DauT. He's gonna be able to keep his scout alive. And I'm almost absolutely certain that we will be seeing here a scout rush from him. This villager will make it back home just nice and safe, and that's for sure. Going to be able to land here, no problem. He does have loom, and it's going to be a 3rd boar for DauT. And do keep in mind, Mongols do have that incredibly bonus that the hunters, they do gather food a little bit faster, and it's not a little bit faster, it's a whole lot faster, in fact. Taking a look at what Lojza is doing here, putting a couple villagers on gold, it looks to me like this is going to be an archer rush from Lojza, and considering how tight his base is, how close, how cozy his base is, I do feel like this is the right thing to do for him. Could this be even? No, I don't think this is going to be a forward. I guess DauT is just going to use the villagers that he did have there. 4 villagers building a stable, and I guess he wants to be in Lojza's face as fast as possible. Not hard to understand. No, he's going to go forward. Aggressive play by DauT here. I'm not used to see this from him, but he does need to do that considering how amazing Lojza's map is. And what about Lojza? I would assume he was going to be doing archery range. Here he goes. Deletes the first one. Wasn't very happy about the placement, but then again just puts it at the exact same spot. So deletes one to put it at the exact same spot. At least it's what it looks like to me. Anyway, what is DauT going to do with this? I guess a tower here would be so good for him. He does not want to get too close though. I think he just showed himself to Lojza. Is Lojza reacting? No. He's not reacting, so probably he did not see it. Nah, he did. He did. Or at least he's suspecting that something could be going up there. And by the time the outpost gets ready, the tower may well be on a very, very finished stadium. Well, there he goes. I don't think Lojza is going to be able to do a counter tower in time, or will he? He will try to do it. No, he will go away. Just simply go away with the villagers. And once more, DauT trying to do a forward tower wasn't 100% successful with it. He didn't really manage to kill a villager, but managed to make Lojza relocate his villagers, which always gives him a nice little advantage. Going back to what is DauT doing, he's got a couple of scouts queued up here on this table. He does see that there's not much he can do. The base from Lojza is just so perfectly walled, so cozy, so, I don't know, just so tight altogether. It's so hard to get in with the scouts, especially with scouts. And in my opinion, when you think about a game between Mongols and Britons, Feudal Age really is the age where Mongols does have the major advantage, in my opinion. When it gets to Castle Age, Brits are slightly better, in my opinion. In my opinion, Brits tend to be a little bit better just because they have ridiculously amazing crossbows with that extra range that makes them just so powerful. When it gets back to Imperial Age, I guess Mongols do have the upper hand once more with those incredibly powerful elite Mengia dice. But Feudal Age does seem to me like it's the age where Mongols can be better than Brits. And both civilizations do have a very, very strong Dark Age. Mongols with their very nice bonus of the hunters. Brits have a similar bonus. They gather food faster from sheep, so that gives them a very nice Dark Age play as well. He's not going to be able to take a villager down. There he goes. One villager goes down here. Nice job here by DauT. Trying to be sneaky about this. It was able to take a villager. If Lojza is not paying attention, he might as well get a second one. On the other hand, we see Lojza trying to be sneaky himself, going around here. He does need the +1, in my opinion. Is he doing it? He's not. Yes, he's doing it. I would never try to attack without having the +1 first. Do keep in mind that +1 makes such a big difference when killing villagers, when trying to kill villagers. There's nothing that DauT is going to be able to do here to try to stop Lojza from going in. My hope is Lojza going to give away that he's here. Yes, he is going to give away that he's here. I wish that he would just run in and he could have been a little bit more deadly. He's not doing too much here, DauT. You need to move away your villagers, I guess, with the skirmishes +1 and the scouts. He's going to be able to clear this army from Lojza. Lojza is taking the top of the hill. 1 shot, 1 kill. Well, 2 shot, 2 kills. Doing a perfect job so far. DauT needs to start fighting with the skirmishers. He's not fighting with the skirmishers. If you don't fight with the skirmishers, your scouts are going to be absolutely useless. And there goes Lojza. He got barely any damage from those scouts. Was able to kill 4. Didn't lose a single archer. And that's what good micro means, guys. That's what good micro means right there. This time around, he's gonna try to merge together his 2 armies, and this is beginning to be the amount of archers that are just so dangerous and so hard to deal with. I do feel like at some point DauT is gonna need to make a tower. It does not even seem like he's doing more skirmishers. I really don't like this DauT. I really hoped that he will be doing more skirmishers. Only this amount of skirmishers and barely any knights is hardly gonna be enough to defend himself of the amazing amount of archers that are coming in his way. I guess, yeah, he was able to see that. He could see it from the fog of war there. The mill allowed him to see, and it does look to me like he does have Town Watch, which is something very, very useful. Well, at least now he will know where the archers are. That's a good job. I mean, what will he try to do against this? Will we see a tower somewhere? I don't think so. I guess he's just very optimistic once more. He feels like he can do enough damage with the skirmishers. And that one scout, the scout is out now. The first archer goes down here by Lojza. Nice job here by DauT. He can't do too much though. He will need to go back at some point. Taking a look at the economy. Looks like very, very weird in my opinion. Very, very... just surprising to me at least that Lojza's got the villager advantage. It's not a huge advantage, of course. It's only a slight one. And when it comes to resources, does look to me like DauT will be the first one to click up to Castle Age. And once more, that's the age where Brits can be so deadly. So to me, going into Castle Age with any really amount of damage dealt to the Brits player looks to me like it's just not good enough. Looks to me like this could be a very, very hard Castle Age for DauT here. I'm willing to see, I'm really dying to see what kind of units will he go for. Will that be knights? Will that be skirmishers? Anyway, this time around he did the exact thing that he was supposed to do. He had a couple of skirmishers defending his wood line. Nicely done here by DauT. Made sure that all his resources are protected either with towers, no towers, but with skirmishers. And I guess I just, it's only a one archery range for DauT now. Of course, we know what Brits are going to do. Brits are going to go for archery ranges, 3 archery ranges this time around, and I do understand that because do keep in mind that mangonels are not as effective against Brits archers. They do have one more range than the mangonels, and considering the kind of micro these guys possess, out micro a mangonel is just not really a hard task for these guys, especially when you have one more range on your archers, on your crossbows. What about DauT? He does have the stable, he has the archery range, but I still don't know what exactly is he going to go for. He can see the archers, and this is why Town Watch is so important. And I'll be very surprised if DauT does not have it. I will try to check it in a couple of seconds. He's got to intercept Lojza, and this will be so good for him to try to get a couple of the archers before Lojza hits Castle H. Lojza taking a couple of weird turns. Yeah, he's going to be trapped here. He's going to be trapped here. What's happening? What's happening? Oh boy. Oh boy, this is not good. This is just not good, Lojza. This is exactly what he did not want to have happen to him before, just before he hits Castle Age. He lost a couple of archers there, and do keep in mind those archers will eventually become crossbowmen, and losing a couple of them just before hitting Castle Age, it's just a very, very bad luck. Let me try to see really fast if, yeah, there it is, Town Watch by DauT. I think it saved him a couple of times. University gonna go up straight from DauT. Apparently, he's just sticking to one archery range. I'm not so sure about this, DauT. I'm not so sure. This is what happens, man. This is what happens when you fight only skirmishers and not really that many against someone with the micro of Lojza. These are now 5+3. This is what happens, man. Skirmishers are just not gonna cut it, and he's gonna go for University. I wish he was going to go for a siege workshop at this point. Just feels like DauT is he's not giving Lojza the respect that he deserves, and I'm not sure that DauT is gonna be able to hold with only a couple of skirmishers. No mangonel, no knights either. Ballistics on the way, but he's only got 14 units. It's just not enough in my opinion. Anyway, just as we said before, Castle Age is going to be the age where Brits are going to be so incredibly strong. I guess that if DauT manages to survive Castle Age and go into Imperial Age with a nice and strong economy, he might have a chance here. But will he be able to do that? For the time being, these skirmishers aren't enough. I just don't know for how long. He's taking very good fights, in my opinion. Yep, this is where business gets a little bit rough here for DauT. What are you gonna do against the mangonel, sir? There go 2 skirmishers, and maybe another one on the way. What are you gonna do against this guy? I guess a knight, I guess, but do you have any upgrades? Because if not, I might as well just forget that knight. He's not gonna be able to take down that mangonel. with the amount of crossbows close by. Anyway, let's take a look at the economy. Yeah, and once more, DauT just tries to out-boom Lojza, but it's not really succeeding at that. Look at that number of villagers, very similar. And Lojza is going to be pushing really hard. He does have 3 archery ranges, just as before, so he didn't add any of it. I guess Lojza still needs to try to take down the skirmishers before they get a very nice amount, before DauT gets a very nice amount of them. I guess getting the +1 armor is the right move here by DauT. I do wish DauT does more knights. Okay, he's doing it. He's doing it. I guess I like this. It's still very tricky, though. A very tricky situation here for DauT. You will need to pay very close attention to this. We'll need to react on spot here. Needs to be on point. Moving his villagers, and he's losing villagers right and left. Will these be enough? Will these be enough? No bloodlines? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. He lands a nice shot here. Nope, I don't think. Those knights are gonna die, man. Those knights are gonna die even before they hit. Well, I guess, is the villager gonna be the hero? I guess so. The knight did the job. The mangonel is down, and DauT is doing a nice job so far. He did lose a couple of villagers here and there, and he's still behind on villager count. And I just don't know what to think about this. He's playing this very optimistic. He did a nice job so far of cleaning everything that Lojza is sending at him. But for how long is he going to be able to keep that? Lojza on 1, 2, 3 TC. Looks to be like this third TC has just been laid down now. And boy, oh boy, oh boy. Go back out. Gonna lose a couple more villagers. There you go. And now Lojza knows exactly what to do. Spreading his army left and right, right and left. He's just gonna go back to that spot where he was trying to hit DauT the time before, and this time around there are no skirmishers there to try to fight it off. All the skirmishers are concentrated here on the left side, and this is why this is such a good move here by Lojza once more. DauT just getting tricked so easily by Lojza at this point in time. He does not have a siege workshop. I wish he would have a siege workshop a little bit earlier. By this time, looks to me like Lojza has got ballistics as well. And what's the point in having villagers if those villagers are gathered inside a TC, not doing anything? There we go, ballistics working perfectly here for Lojza. Lojza is not afraid of those skirmishers. Look the amount of idle villagers for DauT at this point. It's 24 idle villagers. The number of villagers is not bad for DauT. He's only 4 villages behind, but the big amount of villagers are idle. So what good are those villagers? Might as well be dead. Hopefully a mangonel is coming out. Yeah, and this is, to me, what he should have done a little bit earlier. Skirmishers and mangonels. I feel like that can work. But only skirmishers, no mangonels whatsoever, is not gonna cut it against such a good player like Lojza. There's got such a superior quality of micro. I guess Lojza's just gonna go back, not willing to engage to that mangonel. He did do the damage. He does have the villager lead now. The 4th TC is up here for DauT. Let's see about Lojza. What about Lojza? 1, 2, 3 TCs. 3 TCs for Lojza only. And also this time around, DauT is not even bothered to try to raid anything. He's just bothered trying to defend. And once more, it's Lojza clicking up to Imperial Age once more at the ridiculous time. It's a 33-minute mark, and once more is DauT gonna be behind, because in my opinion he just did not respect Lojza enough. He just did not respect him enough. He thought he would be able to defend with a minimal amount of units. He didn't do much military units. He just thought he would be able to defend it, and he did lose too many villagers. And he might be leading right now, and he does have 1 TC more than Lojza, but he's so far away from Imperial Age at this point. Lojza adding a couple more archery ranges, and do keep in mind, when Lojza gets to Imperial Age, those crossbowmen are going to be arbalests, and they're going to have another extra range, let alone the upgrades, bracer and chemistry. Those arbalests are just ridiculously powerful. If DauT wants to survive this, he will have to do a castle. He will have to put up a castle somewhere. His economy does seem to be very well balanced at this point. He does not have any military units. He's doing 1 skirmisher at a time. He does have a nice amount of skirmishers, but those are going to be outranged so badly by those arbalests. I guess if he does manage to put up a castle somewhere, then he might be fine, but without a castle, those arbalests are just gonna wreck everything that comes on their way. And Lojza knows exactly where he wants to go. He knows exactly where the economy of DauT is. He's gonna be trying to put up that castle. He's not gonna be on time. Oh boy. Ooh, this turn from Lojza is just all too good for DauT. That's just at the perfect timing here from DauT's point of view. So this time around, looks like the castle is going to be up on time. It's not going to be a problem from him. And that castle does protect a lot of economy, in my opinion. So nice job here by DauT. He will be able to click up to Imperial Age once that castle is complete. But he needs to make sure that he won't lose too many villagers by the time he gets to Imperial Age. Look at that range. That range is just absolutely ridiculous from the Brits' arbalests. And somebody with the micro capabilities of Lojza can do so much with that impressive range. Let's see, from DauT's point of view, everything he needs to do here is make sure he does not lose any villager, or as little amount of villagers as possible. Apparently he's gonna go for skirmishes at some point. I would expect to see elite Mengyudai, or Mengyudai at least. Second castle is gonna appear on the upper side of his base. I guess I wouldn't mind seeing a castle right here, considering the amount of economy that DauT has got over there. And this side, though, seems so well protected. I guess this could still go DauT's way. In my opinion, he's behind. He's definitely behind. But he might just have an opportunity here if Lojza does not find the way to attack from anywhere else. I guess he does have a castle here protecting the goal. He will be doing trebuchets, that for sure. There it goes, one trebuchet, and then again, that's one unit that DauT can't really counter at this moment. Do keep in mind that Mengyudai have a very nice attack bonus against trebuchets, but he won't try to snipe the trebuchet until he's got like at least 8 or 9 Mengyudai. DauT just about to hit Imperial Age, and let's be fair here, the amount of resources that he's got is very impressive. He's got a very nice amount of villagers too. He needs to make sure that the castle is not gonna fall. Hopefully for him, he's gonna be doing the elite Mengyudai upgrade from this side. He does have resources for that. He does have resources for all the attack upgrades as well. There goes +3. There goes Masonry, and that means the castles are gonna have more HP, gonna be more resistant, gonna be harder to kill as well. And what about the rest? Is elite Mengyudai on the way? No, I guess he wants to engage in a trebuchet war first. Wants to make sure that he does have enough skirmishers to try to fight off the army from Lojza. Now Lojza, I guess DauT is doing well so far. He didn't really lose many villagers during the transition to Imperial Age. He does have a very nice amount of skirmishers if he tries to unleash them. Yeah, there he goes. Oh my god, there's gonna be a nice trap. There's gonna be a nice trap here by DauT. I guess he could have waited a little bit longer with ungarrisoning those skirmishers from that side, but this is a very nice amount of army here by DauT. He's gonna lose the castle, that's for sure. There goes down one castle, and when you consider your Mongols, you do want to make sure that you have as many castles alive as possible. He does have another stone there. I guess he can see it. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Only one castle so far is definitely not enough to get the number of Mengyudai up, which he desperately needs to do. So far, the games have been quite similar. It's Lojza putting pressure on DauT. It's DauT trying to defend with the minimum amount of units. This time around, looks to me like he's doing a better job at that. On the first time, he was not that successful. He just got absolutely destroyed by Lojza on the Huns War. This time around, he seems to be doing a little bit better. Gonna lose another TC, or 1 TC. I guess he's not going to be too bothered about that. The amount of resources is still very, very nice for him. Yeah, bringing in the skirmishes there to make sure that he can clean all those arbalests. The biggest problem is still here, though. Is he doing it? He's going to be doing now elite Mengyudai. This seemed to me like he does have the full upgrades on the skirmishers. It's +3, it's +4. And that's a ridiculous amount of arbalests in the meanwhile, and light cavalry as well. Is DauT going to be able to fight this off this time around? Nope, looks like DauT does not feel like he can do that. It's going to go back with the army and go back with the villagers as well, because those light cav can snipe villagers so easily. I guess he needs to wait a little bit longer until he's got enough Mengyudai. in order to try to kill everything that Lojza's got at this point. It's just too much of a passive play. It's just too passive. DauT is just playing too passive in my opinion. He didn't try to raid a single time. And Lojza gaining ground more and more. I guess DauT has still got enough skirmishers to fight this for the time being, but this is another TC that is going to go down, and that TC as well is going to go down, and the number of Mangudai is just not enough. It's only 3 at this point. Those are elite Mangudai, but it's just not enough units. It's just simply not enough units to fight what Lojza has got here, and Lojza bringing in more arbalists, bringing in more light cavalry, and only 2 Mangudai, sir. Nope, that it's not going to do it. Lojza's gonna take the hill now. He's doing the right thing. The population for a DauT is dropping. He's on the... Oh my god, yeah, he's gonna be losing his only castle at this point. He does have enough stone to try to repair it, but I don't know if he's gonna try to do it. He's gonna bring in a couple of Mangudais there, but it's just gonna be easily sniped off here by the longbowmen and by the arbalists of Lojza. And this is looking to me like this is Lojza's game, man. I don't see a way for a DauT to come back from this. He's gonna be losing so many villages. There goes the TC. There's just absolutely no way that DauT can come back from this, in my opinion. I guess the game is only over until when the GG is called. It's just not looking good for him. Guess he will try to be fighting the arbalists while the Mangudai are going to be taking care of the light cavalry. I guess he's doing the right thing. Well. Anyway, this fight looks to me like it could go in favor of DauT. The Mangudai are just that powerful, even though, no, there he goes. He just feels he's got no chance. He's got absolutely no chance. It's going to be the 2-0. And this was a closer game than the one before, but it's just DauT being too passive. It's just too passive. DauT is not giving Lojza the respect that he deserves, in my opinion, or at least he feels like he can just boom and not bother doing any kind of army when he's trying to boom at the same time. And that just does not work against a player of the quality of Lojza.